A lot of the times when you're writing your story, the hardest part is understanding what stays and what goes, the editing, right? So use this technique from a Pixar storyboard artist. A couple years ago, I had Nick Sung, a storyboard artist, on my podcast, The Storytelling Lab, and I asked him this question, and it resonates with me to this day. I still use it in my writing to this day. And I simply asked, Nick, how do you choose what shots to put in the storyboard? And he said, well, I try to identify the heart of the story. This script could be 2 pages, could be 90 pages. But I try to ask myself, if I had to get all that material into this story and I only had one shot to use, what shot would that be? Now, imagine you're allowed a second shot. What would that shot be? And so on and so forth. So you start building it out from there, and what you're doing is coming up with a list of priorities in terms of the messaging, in terms of the shots to use. And in your story, this would be like the sentences that you use, the pieces that make up the whole story. And then he finished by saying, and then you're looking at ways you can contrast the important things with the less important things in a way to make this piece stand out creatively. So here's how you're going to use this to craft your stories, whether written or visual. 1, ask yourself, what is the most important piece of content? What has to stay in this? Secondly, ask yourself, what's the second most important? What would really complement that first most essential piece of information? 3, think about the order that you sequence these pieces in to maximize the contrast or conflict in your story. 4, think about unique angles, unique shots, unique sentences, your own unique voice and tone that you could use that would set this piece apart creatively. And 5, as always, ask yourself, how can I communicate this with fewer words or shots? Decrease the clutter, increase the clarity, and do it as creatively as possible. Frame by frame, shot by shot, word by word. Hope this helps.